Let's jump into our final topic of the night, and that's the Clemson Tigers versus the Charlotte 49ers. It's a night game. What do you think about it, Al?
Yeah, 7:30 game. I wasn't real thrilled about that. I was really hoping for a nooner so I could get back and watch the Bulldogs play the Irish at night, but that is not going to happen. They're going to have me in Death Valley, but at least it should be a beautiful night. I mean, the weather's cooling off. It's going to be a great game, I'm sure, to watch our Tigers play, as is every game. And of course, you got the movie filming at halftime, so that'll be kind of cool as well to be a part of that. The story about Ray and everything, so that'll be good. As far as the game's concerned, Charlotte's put up some big numbers offensively their first few weeks of the season. They played Gardner Webb, App State, and UMass, so it's not like they're playing a bunch of world beaters or anything. But App State's a pretty decent team, and they put up a good bit of points against them. They're averaging just over, I think, 47 points a game. Their defense is giving up about 34 points per game, which does not bode well for them coming into Clemson. Obviously, they haven't faced a defense anywhere near the caliber they're going to see against Clemson. So I don't think they're gonna quite get that average, unfortunately, this week. So that's going to be a thing to watch. I do think they, maybe can put up a couple points or at least put up a couple drives, explosive plays, that kind of thing. But we know Brent Venables is going to have a plan. He has, all season long. He has, all career long, really. He's done a great job. So we've talked a lot about him. They have some athletes, decent scheme. They'll get open a little bit, but they're just kind of going to be outclassed on both lines of scrimmage. So at the end of the game, Dabo kind of talked him up in his presser, as Dabo does. But in the end, they should not be able to hang with Clemson. I'd look for a few turnovers from the Venables defense, to kind of get everything's going. I'd look for Trevor Lawrence to hit his stride against a porous defense and really see kind of some of the backups come in late. So what are your thoughts on the game?
Well, it's a big-time payday for the 49ers. I heard that they get $1 million for this game, and some of the people in chat are saying that Clemson's going to score 1,000,000 points on them. Also know about the Disney part of it at halftime. They want you to stay in the stands so that you can be filmed for the Disney movie for Ray McElrathbey and his brother there. You remember that story, Al, where he was, I think, a sophomore, and he was 19 years old, and then he had to take full custody of his 11-year-old brother. Mm-hmm. Pretty touching story there. Obviously something that I would be excited to see on Disney Plus, I think is where it's going to be. So check that out. I think it's interesting that it's a night game. Maybe that's kind of for that movie. Maybe it portrays the things better. They say they're going to do a mock run down the field or run down the hill. I don't know. I don't know how it's going to go. They're going to have fake players and stuff. It's going to be interesting to see. I do a little film stuff on my end at my work, but it's going to be interesting to see that production. Al, you'll have to let me know how it goes. But for me, I'm looking for a team. It's not about if they're going to win or not, right? We know that they're going to win the game. I'm looking for the team to just kind of refocus on taking control and making longer drives, Like I said, I just want to see them control the clock. I want to see them put together play after play, kind of string them together and be able to kind of play off of the next play and just really kind of mesh really well and just have a really good cohesive drive all the way down the field. We've been seeing a lot of big-time jump balls or big-time one play home runs, right? I want to see more methodical kind of going down the field. That's for me. I want to see them get back to running the ball some more. I want to see Travis Etienne throw up 200 yards or something like that again. I'd like to see him get back into shape and get out of this kind of lull that he's in, I guess, from playing these past two teams. But again, Dabo has said they're no cakewalk. They obviously are a team that can put up points, set 47.3 points per game, as you said, 522.3 yards per game, which is amazing. I feel like they're going to put up points. The question is, this is the one ACC game that we didn't talk about in our picks against the spread. The question is, can Clemson beat Charlotte? It looks like right now, as what I wrote this, it's minus 41.5. What do you think?
Well, I'm actually taking Clemson minus 41. I hate big spreads. I hate big spreads, and I hate taking Clemson with big spreads, okay, because of, Dabo playing all the backups and things like that. I think our backups should still be able to score a little bit on this defense. Right now I have a final score prediction of Clemson 59, Charlotte 13. So give me Clemson minus 41.5.
I don't do the score predictions. I'm already, pushing it enough, having this record that I have. I got to keep it intact. I can't use my noodle that much to start picking out points that are going to be scored. But what I will tell you is I've got to go with Clemson. I've gone with them every game so far to beat the spread, and I'm going to go with them again. I got burned last week on not picking the big spreads, and so I'm definitely going with the favorites for the big spreads, even though it is kind of scary to say 40. Can they beat them by 40, more than 41? That is scary to say, Al. But, Clemson would be 3-0 against the spread if it wasn't for Jimbo Fisher. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm not mad about it. I'm just saying.